Kemi Talks Rivers. Let's talk about Oronto Douglas. A lot of you have been following my page because you like the history of Nigeria. And it's time that somebody starts telling these stories. Because your teachers are not going to teach your kids in school. Okay? They can get arrested or charged with the cybercrime law. Oronto Douglas was a PDP chieftain. It was very close to President Jonathan, and it was really in Jonathan's camp. Close circle. Well, in 2015, when the elections were coming, as we all know now that President Obama's money to fight Boko Haram was shared between PDP for Jonathan's campaign. Obama gave Nigeria $2.5 billion to fight Boko Haram and equipment and all that. Instead, they shared it amongst themselves. If you don't know the history of Nigeria, many of you were kids at that time, go Google it, okay? President Buhari won the election and he started arresting everybody because of this money. I mean, they really shared this money, dollars. Okay, so sometimes God doesn't want you to be where they're sharing dirty money, and he removes you completely from that. And that's what I feel happened to me. However, this guy is very wicked. Do you know what he did? When they appointed Femi Fani-Kayode for media and publicity, Femi called me in Ibadan, and another PDP big guy called me. Okay, I'm not going to mention that person's name yet. Both of them called me to ask me if I would provide my services to PDP. I said, for what? They needed a social media manager. Now, a social media manager is that person that will follow the president all over the campaign. Like everywhere Jonathan goes, I go with them in the convoy. I'll be the one taking all the pictures of the campaign, posting it on their Facebook, their Instagram, their Twitter. You know what I mean? That is a lot of money when you're doing a campaign. So at the time, I was a top social media influencer and, of course, the best. So they needed my services. Okay. So I replied both PDP men, Femi and the other guy, and I said, yeah, I'm interested and all that. They didn't tell me how much they were paying me or nothing. They just wanted my services. And I figured, like, if I'm doing something for an election campaign, here's my price, right? So I went out and consulted with different people that, okay, a political party needs me to be a social media manager. What should I be asking for? And I got the amount that I was going to present to PDP. Before I could even present that amount, something happened. Somebody told Femi Fani-Kayode not to hire me. And the person was like, she's a spy. She's going to spy for her father. Now, remember 2015, they just created APC. So this person said I was going to spy for my father. My father was in APC. My father was in the Yoruba party. Was it AD or ACN or one of those, And then many of them, Ajimobi, ACN, and all, they all, merged to APC. So Buhari was in APC and Oshimbajo. Remember in 2015, I was the one that announced before 5 o'clock at the convention. I announced at 10 a.m. that Oshimbajo is going to be the vice presidential candidate, and he's a former pastor, and I said all kinds of stuff, and the internet broke because, let me tell you, the media was ready to announce at 5, but I announced it at 10 a.m. And they were even calling me. Some people in the media were calling me. My father told me from the next room, so I just put it out, and it went, it's on my Facebook page if you want to scroll it for 2015. So at the end of the day, people, let's say, I didn't hear from Femi again. So I called Femi. I said, Femi, how about that PDP job? Do you guys still need me or what? If you get a job offer that big, would you not call the employer and say, are you still interested in my services? Next thing, Femi told me that they didn't want me to hire you because I said, no, this is my sister. She's going to do a good job. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, we know she's going to do a good job, but her father's in APC, so she'll be a spy for her father. This is the person that discouraged Femi from hiring me, Oronto Douglas. Now, the person they hired was Linda Ikeji. And Patience Jonathan's PA gave Linda 242 million naira. Do you remember when they were looking for him and he was running around the place? And then he said, I gave a Lagos blogger 242 million, but he finally confessed. Wait a minute, that 242 million naira could have gone to me, right? How do you think I felt about this guy, Oronto Douglas? These are wicked people. You know what I mean? So I went back to Femi and said, Femi, what's going on? Buhari's arresting everybody. Over 2.5 billion naira, he said, you guys shared. And Buhari paid Shore and Sahara reporters money. Buhari and Tinubu paid them money to put the story out. The story was the most important story of 2015. It broke the internet, and we heard a lot of stuff that was shocking. Everybody was interrogated, arrested, everybody that got that money. Media outlets got the money. Look at what Nduka Obagbena said, the owner of This Day and Arise. He said they paid us 600 million for adverts for this. Everybody got 3-digit millions. Okay, so I didn't get anything right. But then when I look at the bigger picture, I'm glad I didn't get anything. It was stolen money that all of them shared. Now you saw what happened to Dasuki, who was giving out the money. Buhari locked him up for 4 years. But I can never forget people like Oronto Douglas, who destroys other people's paths and dreams. 3 months later, he died in his sleep. Thanks for listening.